Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Trade Talks Live. I am Roger Wickman. I got another weird window way over here.
Oh, well. No, that's our vertical layout. Welcome to new layout here.
We got a whole new world.
So that's what's going over to Insta.
So Insta can't ever see us. Man, see, I was thinking y'all could see us good.
Let's see. I know. So just so everybody knows, sorry, we have some technical things going on. StreamYard is shifting on us today. Oh, great shot right there. So on our vertical layout, we're sending out vertical and horizontal layout, and it forced us to do this today. So it's got us a little off center, just so y'all kind of know.
And here's the thing: it's focusing on you, or it tries to focus on us. And if you see it shifting, because we're not shifting cameras right now, nothing's moving. Yeah. But when I talk, it comes to this view. Now you talk.
And then is it coming to me whenever I talk?
Well,
we'll see.
It did while ago. It jumped over to you. It's not right now, but anyway, guys, welcome to the Trade Talks Live. I'm Roger Wakefield. I hope y'all are doing good. I've been plumbing since 1980, and I literally started doing social media 7.5 years ago, because I saw a great way to help people that want to get in the trades, want to become better tradesmen, want to start their own business, want to use networking and social media to grow those businesses. So we opened up a second YouTube channel. I've got another one called Roger Wakefield Plumbing Education. If you hadn't seen it before, go check it out. And see, it's trying to find me over here. I keep trying to get in there.
You can lean to the middle and talk a
minute. But you know, the funny thing is, I started doing this, and then 7.5 years ago, I started doing social media to grow my plumbing company. And we grew it. We scaled it. We sold it. Now, I teach people how to do social media. I teach people how to get in the trades, how to become the best tradesman, how to do different things. But I do all that because of what I started doing on social media, and I'll talk about that in a minute. But as you see, I ain't here alone.
Definitely not, man. Good morning. Happy freaking Tuesday, everybody. Happy Veterans Day to all of you veterans that are out there today. Appreciate your.
And my dad was a veteran, so I do. I think of him on this day every year because it is. It's a big deal.
I knew a ton of veterans in the trade too. Like, thank you. Definitely.
And it's not just Veterans Day. It's the Marines' 250th birthday.
Ooh,
I do believe that's right.
Birthday. That's pretty cool, man. Yeah,
double check that.
Check that.
I'm gonna have
that is a neat
that.
One.
You just put in Marines' birthday. Those of you that have been here before, welcome back. Those of you that haven't been, man, jump in and enjoy it. Ask questions. It won't just be us. We get good people in here that like to comment and do different things. It was today, right?
They gathered yesterday, it looks like, for the annual Marine Corps birthday ceremony. Now, I don't know what the actual day was, though. I'm not seeing it there.
Cool. That's pretty cool. Yeah, you can have a mouse.
Yeah.
So anyway, look, we do what we do because of something I started doing on YouTube 7.5 years ago. And if you want to learn how to do YouTube, go to justmattroger.com. And what it is I teach you, there's a lot of things that you may think that really aren't true. You could be doing YouTube and really grow in your business, in your industry, in your niche, in your profession. And if you'd like to learn to do that, go to justmattroger.com. Now, this video is also sponsored by Residential Service Professionals. If you want to have an accountability group, you want group coaching, you want mentorship, you want training, you want a business operating system that's going to help you do the things you want to do, go check out residentialserviceprofessionals.com.
That's it. And everybody, we'd also like to thank LeakPro for sponsoring today's episode of the Trade Talks, where we get to build the most precise leak detection system for professional plumbers. And when I say the system, guys, it's the complete kit. It's what we call the business in a box in our world. It's got both pieces of equipment that I build. It's got that probe, T-handle style, super durable, made for probing in and out of the ground. It can handle it. It's got a stainless rod, super durable. Like I said, that's what we would love for that meter to the home service, irrigation lines, anything like that. But then also we've got the Sidekick, one of my favorites. It's the pistol grip style with an aluminum rod on it. That aluminum rod, it's a less dense metal, so it enhances the sound more. And that's what eliminates the layer of concrete, asphalt, paving stones, anything like that that's above that leak. Listen right through it with that Sidekick. So check out the complete kit at our website, leak.pro, or give me a call at 8888 LeakPro. because I also offer a 2-day in-person training here just outside of Dallas, Texas. So let's talk about it.
All right. We're going to go ahead and jump into the national news. And advanced threat actors target construction firms. Now, let's start with something that doesn't usually hit the construction headlines, but cybersecurity. Federal agencies, including the FBI and CISA, have released new reports showing advanced threat actors. Now, these are basically high-end hackers breaching construction and engineering firms across the United States. Now, they're not targeting consumer data. They're going after remote login credentials, project management systems, vendor portals, remote desktop access for estimating and scheduling software. And once they've got those logins, they sell them online to ransomwares. Guys, this is not something you want to be in. Here's what's wild. Most of these breaches started with fake bid invitations, forged PDF change orders. They look real. Okay. They're labeled with project names. And the moment someone opens it, the attacker gets a foothold into their system. Now, my brother is an IT professional, and he's literally like, if you don't know 100% who an email comes from, you know them, you know a lot about them, you don't do it. And then our screen changed.
Because of our overlays in a 16:9 layout, but then that's vertical. StreamYard's
Instagram, if y'all hate us today,
I know, I'm so
we
sorry,
understand.
Instagram.
All right, but hey, we're talking companies in Texas, Georgia, California getting hit first. Mostly mid-sized contractors with shared logins or very weak password policies. And guys, my brother talks to me about this stuff all the time. It's funny because we had a security guy come in to look at our YouTube, and he said, dude, with the firewall you got set up, he said, you're probably good.
Guys, real quick on your passwords, a minimum of 11 characters total.
And I know that sounds crazy.
It increases the time that it takes to actually hack that password. And then guess what? If you're taking that, I go like 14 characters. You take that and you replace it every 6 months. Guess what? There's never an opportunity to actually be able to hack it. So just a side tip there.
So if you've never thought of cybersecurity as part of your job site safety, it's time. Treat your network like a piece of heavy equipment. Lock it down, inspect it regularly, and don't let anyone without credentials borrow it. Guys, I see this happens all the freaking time. Now, best practices are to rotate your passwords at least every quarter. Enable security on your computer. Every platform that you use, isolate your field tablets from your admin drivers. They can't tie in together. Because at the end of the day, the most expensive data breach is the one that shuts your project down midstream, not just the one that steals your numbers. The bottom line, bonus. The bottom line. I knew the bottom line is, look, take care of yourself, CYA.
Yeah,
if you're not, there is a problem.
Because guys, we get asked this question a lot because all the Internet of Things, the IoT, everything is coming. It's like, what about hackers? Yes,
we know
that has to be on the forefront of protection. Even things like this, one of our things, we don't click links. It's unknown, period. It does not matter. You better be calling me going, hey, Henry, I am sending you a link I need you to look at. And yes, it's from me, so that I physically know that it is actually something from you. It's not a hacker trying to get into the company, get into information. And bring this up to your guys because it really does matter.
And a lot of time, if I'm sending an email to someone with something to open, I'll send them a text message. Hey, just sent you an email. That way they know.
Yep.
All right. Let's roll into the bottom line and bonus plans tied to labor efficiency.
I love this.
This is money.
That's it. And let's talk money because this is how you get more production. Everybody, how do you get more work out of your guys? Offer a little bonus incentive for that extra production, that extra effort that they're putting in to strive that extra work out. But guys, let's talk money, but not that kind that comes from the clients. Internal motivation. Okay. You get done X amount of hours early. Here, you get a $25 gift card. How many man hours did you save? And what are you putting in per man hour in that estimate? Guess what? $25 to save a dozen hours. Happy to spend it a few times. There was an electrical contractor out in Missouri. They completely changed the game when they shifted away from the revenue-based bonuses. Instead of saying, you get a bonus if we sell more, they said, you get a bonus if we beat our hours.
Because then you're more profitable on every job.
That's it. You're helping them win. Therefore, you should win too. And I love this thought process. Every foreman, they knew their budgeted labor hours. Okay, you know that. It's put into the bid. PM knows it off the rip. Every superintendent knows. And every crew actually tracked their own progress in real time to know. The result from this, 10% cut in total labor cost within 6 months. Guys, labor is one of the most crucial factors. And if you can save 10% in 6 months, that is huge. Yeah, it's huge.
That's your biggest risk.
Materials suck at times because of delays and things like that, because then it starts to affect the labor side. Crews began competing with themselves, not each other. I don't care about y'all. I want to beat the hours that I was given. They took pride in finding smarter ways to stage material, cut down on that rework. We're always like, look, keep the material right there in front of the guys. Guess what? It keeps these guys moving quicker. That's production. That's hours saved, guys. But here's the kicker, guys. Bonuses didn't pay unless the job passed final QC inspection also, because we cannot let quality fall in speeding up the progress.
And that's good because that keeps your quality high.
Yep.
It keeps everybody focusing on it. And then, I mean, guys get happy because, man, they're productive. They're doing great work. There's nothing that feels better than knowing, man, I did that freaking job right.
That's it. If you're thinking about implementing something like this, guys, start simple. Pick 1 or 2 measurable items that your team can control. That's a big one there. They've got to be able to control it.
Mm-hmm.
Labor hours, callbacks, safety violations. However, then show them how efficiency actually translates directly into the shared success. Safety is a setback. If you're having issues there, focus on that first at your company. But whenever your people actually feel like the owners, they're going to start acting like the owners. I love when own your work. And this is what helps embrace that and build that culture in your company. And it keeps everybody happy.
Yeah. And the neat thing about this is, I remember walking with Robert Brock first time around a job. He's showing me around the job where everybody's at. And he literally stopped on a pile where somebody had swept up some stuff and picks up, 6 or 8 3/8 hex nuts. I'm laughing like, dude, what'd you do that for? Like, dude, every penny on this job adds up. And I learned that. I was like, wow, I've never thought of it like that. But he did. He looked at it like it was his job, like it was his money. So it was really, really interesting. All right, we're going to roll right into safety and ladder versus lift accidents. Okay. This one's got the data to back it up because according to OSHA's 2025 report, job sites that switched from ladders to aerial lifts for overhead work saw 40% fewer fall injuries in the next year. Okay. 1 year, 40% less injuries. Now, that's not just a statistic. That's real people going home safely. The 2 biggest causes of ladder injuries, still the same. Overreaching. Not going to say I've never done that. And unstable footing. Not going to say I've never done that. You cannot control gravity, guys. It's there every single day.
Every second.
But you can control the equipment that you use.
Yeah.
Now, lifts actually reduce fatigue. They give you better reach angles and provide stable footing. But they do require a certification to know how to operate it. Don't skip the training. Make lift certification part of every crew's annual safety renewal. And guys, I've been on jobs where you had to do 2 or 3 renewals a year because you were there for so long. Some companies are now adopting a ladder last policy. Ladders only when absolutely necessary. That means you've got a ladder that you can't get a lift into or an area that you can't get it into. Now, if the task longer than 15 minutes or requires both hands, a lift is great. The ROI is very simple on it. One rental lift for a week costs less money than one recordable injury a year.
Yeah.
Guys, that one recordable injury, it adds up so fast.
That's it. And you're thinking, oh, it's not a big, tall job. Guess what? I've had a lift on a job that we never raised. Why? Because it's so much better for me to put that guy on that lift so that he can run
Just
around the
drive
floor.
around. Yeah.
So I'd never see him walking a ladder or any of that stuff, because safety is very involved at the location we were. And it's like, look, that lift's going to pay for itself quick, just in violations and things like that. Why? Because of the repetition there. If it's that repetitive, sometimes it's worth that little extra cost to get that lift, just to keep your guys from doing all the up and down. You get them on that platform, and it's a moving platform, and they can keep going and keep the production high.
You know, and Randy and I have both worked on some really big jobs and with some big companies. And I got to tell you, having lifts, you can build a pipe holder on the floor of the lift so you can use it to lift a piece of pipe. That way one man can literally use a lift to get up, put the clevis hangers on, bolt them together, mount it down, slide back, tie the pipe together.
You bump that pipe up just a little bit instead of going down, moving all this stuff to adjust the hangers.
It makes it so much
easier. Put that
easier.
platform in, bump it real quick. Hey, give me a tack, man. We're good. It saves a lot of time.
All right, we're going to roll right into new construction and mass timber high rises. Now, we've been talking about these for a while because this is fascinating to me. Mass timber high rise construction is officially taking off in Oregon and Colorado. Now, both states have approved buildings up to 18 stories tall using cross-laminated timber CLT. It's lighter than concrete. It's faster to erect, and it cuts embodied carbon by about 30%. Now, that's a big deal for sustainability targets. If you're trying to build a LEED AP building, a green building, anything like that, sustainability is what it's all about. In Denver, a 12-story hybrid timber project just saved 20% off of its schedule because the panels arrived prefabricated, ready to assemble, kind of like Legos.
That's it.
Now, you love Legos.
I love Legos. I still buy Legos.
Okay, but there's still learning curves here for the trades.
Yeah.
MEP teams can't just core drill through CLT panels like concrete. It compromises the fire rating. Instead, they're relying on pre-cut chases and coordination drawings made during the design phase. Now, if you're in electrical, plumbing, HVAC, this means more front-end coordination and less field improvisation. The benefit is that everything fits right the first time, but only if you're involved early. Now, the timber may be old school, but the tech and planning behind it, guys, this is what we're moving into, and we're getting there quick.
Materials are advancing so much in this new construction. And 18 stories. I think this is cool. I like these little hybrid builds and stuff that are doing. Let's replace them steel. And I'm a metal guy, don't get me wrong, but guess what? I learned on wood first from when I was a little boy. Wood's great. It's got its place. And now that it's stronger than steel in some places and lighter, I like to work with lighter materials sometimes, I promise. Especially when it's a lighter metal that's strong steel. Guess what? We're always going to go with that. This is the same aspect, guys. We're just headed different paths and using some different things that are coming out. And science is evolving every day. We see it all over. Why not in construction and what we use here?
All right, we're going to roll straight into mindset growth. And this is a tough one, but this is something that we all want to do. It's called letting go of the wrench. Now, this hits home for a lot of company owners and even foremen, knowing when it's time to let go of the wrench. Now, I talk to y'all all the time about my first coach being Michael Gerber. And Michael Gerber, man, we had a deal the first time I met him. I got up on stage and talked. He's like, "Oh my God, your plan's great. Your plan's great. No reason this shouldn't work." And I went to walk off and he grabbed my notebook and kind of drugged me back. And I looked back at him. He says, "But," he said, "you got to fire the plumber." Okay, we all start as doers. We're good with tools. We fix things. That's where we get our pride from. Okay. And we love what we do. We think that we have the greatest jobs on earth, but eventually that skill becomes the bottleneck because you can't grow a business when every problem is something that you have to resolve. Michael Gerber talks about it very well. You are either the entrepreneur, you're the manager, or you're the technician. But letting go doesn't mean you stop working hard. It means you start working on different problems. Start by delegating small responsibilities, scheduling, ordering, customer follow-ups, anything at all like that. Prove to yourself that the team can handle it. I'm lucky because I have an amazing team. I've been able to walk in and sit down with them and say, hey, here's what I need. Can we do this? And they're like, yeah, we can figure it out. Okay. I don't have to worry about it. Now, I may come back and look at it and say, hey, I'd have done this a little bit different, or I'd like it to do something different, but I didn't have to spend all the time designing it. One plumbing contractor told me that he finally stepped out of the field after almost 20 years. And within a year and a half, his company doubled the revenue. He said, I finally stopped being the wrench and started being the blueprint. He quit working in his company and he started working on his company. If you want your business to outlive you, you've got to build people that can lead it without you. Leadership isn't about doing the most. It's about empowering the most people. And if you will do that, it's going to make your life so much easier. And Randy, we talk about this all the time because, my plan is to bring you in and let you kind of do what we're doing.
Yeah. And then I've got to have a plan beyond that. And it's hard to know, guys, when to let go of that wrench. I was in the field, loved the field, loved it, got great at what I did. I was a badass pipe fitter, period. Talk to everybody I worked with. They'll tell you. That dude's got it. He blows everybody out of the water. But there's more out there than just being that pipe fitter on the job. There's more to it. There's growth. There's exponential growth out there. And you still get to pass on the knowledge. And that's what I love. That's why we've embraced everything that I've done. Two things that I love doing that I learned from my trade. I love to build things with my hands, and I love to teach people new skills, how to do things. We get to do that all the time. We get to build stuff all the time around here.
We love it.
That's it. Sometimes on for videos, sometimes completely out, getting things ready to be able to film videos. I get to do a lot of cool things, but then I get to teach, get to pass knowledge on in this show all the time, get to do LeakPro trainings, things like that, all sorts of things. Pass on the knowledge, embrace it. That's what trades are about, man. I love it.
It is. And look, I had a plumbing company, and this video gets to be sponsored by me because of when I had that plumbing company, I had to decide, how do I grow it? How do I make my business grow? So what I did is I went to a conference because I got really tired of getting ripped off by marketing companies. But I went to a conference out in San Diego. And it's really great because the founder of that conference texted me today and said, hey, man, I'm in town. I said, well, man, can I take y'all out to dinner? So it's really neat, the relationships that you can build doing social media. But a lot of people that I talk to, they tell me, well, we can't do social media. We don't have all the equipment. We don't have, a ton of followers. We don't have a long list of videos. It's like, guys, that's easy to handle. If you're thinking these things, I made a free webinar to help get those thoughts out of your mind and let you think, look, maybe I can do this. So if you'd like to learn to do YouTube, go check out justmattroger.com. It's a free webinar, and it just kind of explains some of these things to you. But I'm telling you, you can become the trusted person in your industry, in your business, in your niche, in your profession. You can be the one that they look for answers. And it's really pretty cool when that happens. Now, I told y'all that I had my own company, but I always didn't know how to grow it right. So I joined a best practice group. Well, nowadays I realized that those best practice groups really just handcuffed you to what they were doing. If you want to, in the terms of Michael Gerber, understand how to be an entrepreneur, a manager, and a technician, but also how to get out of that truck, you've got to have a business operating system. You've got to have coaches. You've got to have consultants. Michael Gerber taught me, says, look, most of us in the trades or in any profession, we know how to do that profession, but we've never learned how to run a business. And that's what we've put together, a business operating system that'll help you. If you want to learn more about that, go check out residentialserviceprofessionals.com. Guys, having the right coach, the right consultant, the right trainer, the right mentor, things like that, they matter, and they matter a lot.
That's it. Guys, speaking of mentors, training, things like that, we'd like to thank LeakPro for sponsoring today's episode of the Trade Talks, where we get to build the most precise leak detection system for professional plumbers. And if you're a plumber out there, you're tired of losing leak detection jobs, tired of telling your customers, look, leak detection, I called leak detection guys. Yeah, they're 8 weeks out right now. Yeah, it's how long it is some places around this country. You don't have to do that to your customers, guys. I teach the full process of leak detection. We built a training center here just outside of Dallas, Texas, and come spend 2 days with me. I'll teach you how to locate the lines, pinpoint, locate leaks under the slab, outside of the slab, even how to figure out where sewer systems are leaking, all from that clean out outside of the home. Quit losing the jobs to the leak detection people, guys. I grew up with a family full of plumbers, and that's why I love getting to build the tools to put in your hands now to keep those jobs in-house and keep the water on for your customers. Tired of hearing that. It's all I heard growing up. If you're ready to bring leak detection in-house, specialize in it, promote it, you can be the leak detection guy in your area. Give me a call.
Can be known for it.
That's it. Be a Leak Pro. Give me a call at 8888 Leak Pro, or you can visit the website leak.pro. You can check out the complete kit there. That's the equipment I typically always suggest. Everybody's always like, which one do I need? It's like
It's the best.
The complete kit. You don't ever know where the leak's going to be. If it's in the yard or if it's under concrete somewhere, you're not sure. If you do a lot of locations.
Okay, now hold on. We got a call the other day.
Okay.
Guy had found a leak 4.5 feet deep.
4.5 feet. Yep.
Using LeakPro.
Yeah.
It works.
Yeah. Hey, it's actually been a customer since 2018. He's got sewer and he's got all this other stuff. But every time, no matter what I use, here I am with my LeakPro to verify that I hear and I know exactly where I'm at. And it's like, yep, now we tear through. Period. His favorites is LeakPro, though. He said anything in the yard, it's the only thing he pulls out. He loves it. He couldn't find his sidekick the other day. He's misplaced it. So
that's scary.
It's like, yeah, I get it. That's why he's like, no, it's probably time to get another kit, period. So I'll be ordering one soon. It's like, great. Love to hear it. He's made thousands upon thousands every year because of what he can do with LeakPro. And he went and learned from Terry. Got trained out in California a long time ago, man.
Pretty cool.
Pretty neat. Definitely, guys, check out the website, leak.pro, or give me a call at 8888 LeakPro, because you can be a Leak Pro yourself.
And guys, look, it's all about bringing a specialty into your business. And I talk about that all the time. All right, all trades. And this is good no matter what trade you're in, but the morning coordination huddles. Because, guys, coordination is free. It doesn't cost you anything. The rework, though, that's expensive as all get out. Now, daily huddles between trades are one of the simplest, most overlooked tools to improve job site performance. The idea is simple. Every morning, each trade, a foreman from one, whatever, they spend about 10 minutes reviewing overlapping scopes. What's happening today? Where are the materials staged at? What areas are we working in together? Okay, on one project in Austin, just implementing morning huddles cut rework by 15% and eliminated 2 days of schedule delays every month. Guys, working together is what it's all about. Now, it's not about micromanaging. It's about seeing the map before you drive. And I used to tell people, look, if you don't know where you're going, any road will get you there. Just take off.
Yep.
But if you know where you're going, you've got a specific route as to how to get there.
The quickest way.
Yeah,
possible.
the quickest, the safest, the cheapest,
yeah,
whatever
most
it is,
efficient.
whatever way you want to go. But you have everyone bring one potential conflict to the huddle. Solving it before work that keeps you out of the arguments later. Now you can use tablets. I've even seen some big gang boxes that had TVs in them where they could pull the plans up on them with marked up floor plans if possible. Visual coordination eliminates 80% of communication gaps. And good crews, they talk together. Great crews, they plan together.
That's it. Like I think of this. I did a lot of high-rise buildings. Okay. I loved getting sent to a new floor and nobody being there. Oh my gosh. It's like, yeah, I can start wherever I want. Here we go.
You get to mark
Let me
every
set up this
corner.
space. Let me do all my layout. Here we go. This is great. But then you hit that floor where there's 50 guys, 8 different trades spread out everywhere. Then you hit the floor and it's kind of like, okay, yeah. Oh, I'm new on this floor. Okay. Well, most of them are down there. Ooh, my risers come up down here. Ooh, would it be smart for me to start here and go that way? Let me go talk to a few guys first.
Yeah. Who else is
check
coming
the
up here next?
corridors? Who all's in here? What's going on? Because I've got to be down here too. Let's mini coordinate just amongst ourselves as the workers. Hey, y'all gonna be down here any? No? Cool. I'm gonna start down here and then start working this way, but I will be coming through in a couple days by the time I'm down here. Where y'all are? Oh yeah, we'll be moved. It's a quick conversation, guys. It doesn't take much. And if not, most of them will figure it out when you get here. Come on. We're fine with it. It lets them know, gets you an idea on that plan, because if it can be like, hey, if you could give me 2 extra days here, maybe jump down there and start on that end a little bit. Oh yeah, sure, I can do that. No problem. Coordinate it. It saves a lot of time and effort and frustration for everybody. And that's the key there.
All right, we're going to roll into laws and licensing. OSHA digital reporting, the mandates, guys. Starting in January 2026, OSHA's new digital reporting rule, it goes live. Any company with 100 or more employees must upload injury and illness data directly to the OSHA portal. That includes all recordable incidents, job titles, lost time cases. Penalties for incomplete or inaccurate logs will rise 25%.
Yeah.
If your company is not already tracking safety data digitally, now is the time. Assign one safety administration person to audit logs monthly before submission and use tools like Safety Culture or JSA apps to auto fill out the OSHA 300A forms. Remember, guys, this data is public. And general contractors and insurance carriers will start reviewing it before they award bids. Clean logs aren't just compliance, they're credibility. And if you're not jumping in there and staying ahead of this, as this starts January 26th, that's 2 months away. If you're not looking at this already and figuring out, hey, who's going to be the person doing this, you're already getting behind.
That's it. And that's why I wanted to bring this up, guys, because the time is quickly dwindling down. If you don't have this in place and you are at a company that has more than 100 people, it's time. Okay. Not, oh, I'll wait till next month. No, it's time now. Start getting things in place. Start moving those records over. Because just like it said, insurance, GCs, all these people, they are looking at your stats. I talk about it a lot on here because there were some bids that we couldn't do until our safety rating got below this number. Because below a 1 wasn't good enough for this job site. It had to be below a 0.8. Had to have it really low. But it opens new doors, safe places to work. And you know that safety takes a little extra time. So whenever you get on those jobs that are looking for that great safety rating, they know it's going to take a little longer. They're happy with that. They're fine with that. And that's what I like to see people embracing nowadays.
And I'm trying to find this live stream on here.
Which one?
On Instagram.
That's what it looks like.
I know, but I just wanted to see if it really looked that bad on here.
Oh.
Guys, if you're on Instagram and all you consider our shoulders or something, I promise we're not trying to do that.
I know. I thought about turning the overlay off, but
I can't even find it.
I can't.
Okay, I'll let you find it. All right. So I'm going to roll right into business training. AI transcription apps for daily logs. Yeah, we don't look very good there.
I'm quick. You know.
I know he's quick. But here's the thing, guys, because this is tech that actually can save you time. Randy, you use AI every day. Does it save you time?
It does, guys. And like for this is one of the majors, like you can just talk to it. It'll keep the notes for you. You don't have to sit there and fill out everything in that paperwork or type it into the computer or any of that. You can just talk to AI now and it'll fill all those forms out for you. Isn't that nice? You can use some AI transcription tools. There's Auto AI, Noda, Fireflies. We see them all sorts of different ones in the meetings I get into. But they're changing how PMs and superintendents handle documentation. You can literally walk a job, record your notes hands-free, and export them as clean text. I've got one that I can wear on a necklace, on a wrist, or watch all over. You can have it on your computer. It's recording everything
I've got
being
that
said.
one too. I need to figure out how to make it work.
That's it. It saves 30 minutes a day per foreman. Per foreman. How many foremen do you have? That's 10 hours a month that you can use to plan instead of type.
That's 10 hours a month you can spend working on your business, not in your business.
And depending on who your foreman is, depends on how much time they're really saving typing. Because I had a superintendent that I worked with before that typed slower than you do. And he knows he's pretty slow, but he's getting better. He really is.
No, I'm not.
He was super slow. And like I was watching him do a list and I'm like, you want me to type that out? And like I did it in 3 minutes. He's like, holy crap, if I ever got a long list, I'm just calling you down here.
Yeah.
I said, yes, it's definitely more efficient. But guys, I was his AI. These apps, they can also create searchable archives. Imagine typing in pump inspection and instantly finding your voice note from last Tuesday. It's there for you. It's not just convenient, guys. It's legal protection. If a client disputes a change or an inspection, your transcript becomes part of the evidence.
Especially if you're wearing that thing around all day, every day.
That's it.
You've got it on you. That way, if you talk to it, it goes live. Because I think literally you can just press them and it's like, okay, it's on.
It's on.
But you pair that with a quick review process each week. Your project manager skims the transcripts, ensures all safety and QC items are logged, and stores them in a project folder.
And hits any change orders that actually happened.
And
because there's logs.
You've got the voice recording of the superintendent telling you, no, we need you to go ahead and change it.
You got to do this. This is modern record keeping, guys. Fast, accurate, impossible to forget to write down. You just click it on. Like I was thinking back to estimating, and this would have been great for job walks because you normally go through, you're with everybody. Everybody's got a lot of questions and stuff. You only get 1 hour to walk this job. Like that's all the access y'all get. So it's in and then it's out and then it's standing around the parking lot asking more questions, but you only got that 1 hour. You normally can't video film anything because it's behind closed doors, but audio they're usually fine with. This would be a great tool to be able to go back and look at some of those extra questions that you didn't have time to jot down or hear. And AI will probably hear some conversations that you weren't directly asking that guy, but it's going to pick up that question that was asked and the extra information so that you are bidding apples to apples. So I love this.
I like it too. Look, anytime that we can find modern technology that helps us do our job better, that's what it's all about.
That's it.
Okay, Randy, vehicles. Now, fleet tracking for insurance discounts. Now, insurance is always a big deal to you, and it's normally the PMI, your number.
Yep.
But also vehicle insurance.
Yeah, it's not just about gas price anymore, guys. It's about the actual data, okay? And you're going to know if you should track your guys driving or not. And most insurances, it's not, oh, you have to have a tracker on every vehicle. No, it's, oh, you got 10 vehicles. Okay, we want a tracker on 2. Typically, you get to pick the 2 vehicles that goes on. Telematic systems, they track your speed, the braking, are you hitting the brakes hard, your idle time, location. It's all great. And insurencers, the insurance companies love that data, and they will reward you for it. you've got good, safe drivers, this is a great thing to do because the average discount, it's 8 to 12% a year for verified driver behavior reports. If you've got a large fleet, guys, 8 to 10, 12% is huge. Even just one, it helps. Okay. That's a couple repairs you don't have to worry about. It's covered. Dash cams, GPS units, they can also protect your company from false accident claims and theft. It's one of my favorites right now. It's feeding through my feeds is dumb drivers pulling out in front of people when they've got dash cams. And it's just like, what are y'all thinking? There's a HVAC company that they saved over $18,000 a year across 22 vans after installing telematics. They use that savings to fund quarterly tool replacements and a driver safety bonus pool.
That part is cool.
It goes back to the guys doing great. You're saving us all this money here. We want to give some back. Even the tool upgrades. If you're at a company that doesn't get to replace the tools very often and y'all start doing this and that's extra money in the tool fund, we all love new tools. Allocate it. But make sure that you disclose tracking policies to your team. Transparency keeps that trust. Fleet data, it's not about spying, guys. It's about proving that you run a safe, professional operation. You got smart drivers. They're paying attention to others. They're not driving like fools out there, and they're not being caught on somebody else's dash cam.
And here's what I like about that, Randy. Look, especially if there's a safe driver reward program. All right.
Yep.
You've got to tell them, hey guys, look. And I remember when I went to work for one of the companies, it's not the first company truck I had, but it was one of them. And they sent me a report one day. I said, hey, you got to slow down. I said, why? What do you mean? She's like, well, you average about 10 miles over the speed limit. And I said, so, okay, so am I in trouble for it? And she said, no, because my dad does it too. Well, he was the owner of the company. She's like, look, I can't get on to you for doing what he's doing. She said, I'm just making you aware of it. She said, you don't do a lot of fast breaks. You don't do a lot of quick takeoffs. Yep. You maintain about 10 miles over the speed limit. Yeah. Like, well, I'm trying to make up time on the road. And she said, look, I don't disagree. I understand. She said, and I've ridden with you. You're a safe driver. She said, you do drive a little fast. She said, but I think you've ridden with my father. I said, yes, I have. She said, he drives very fast. I said, I know. It's like, okay. So I just made you aware of it. And that is what I needed to do.
That's it. And it's part of it. Like they know. And that's the thing that I like what you just said. You know, look, yeah, you drive 10 over on average, but everything else looks really good. Like we know that you're not being a reckless driver.
Right.
You just drive fast. And guys, we're in Texas. Almost everybody drives 10 over the speed.
Yeah, I'm just keeping up with everybody else. I'm not even passing
here.
people.
That's it. Like I get past going 10 over on cruise control. No
I'm gonna
problem.
jump into the chat real quick.
Yeah.
Fruits 7 says, good morning. Good morning, brother. How you doing? Sorry, we've been talking a lot. And Eduardo Molina 2914. Hope you are doing well too. And you know, guys, we love what we get to do. All right. Social media spotlight, and today's spotlight shines on the Western Welding Academy. Now, Tyler Sassy, we have talked about him before. One of the brightest names in welding education online. Now, they built a community of hundreds of thousands by showing what really the welding life looks like. No fillers, no fluff. Their Shop Life series gives viewers an honest insider look at what it's like to train, learn, and hustle in the trade of welding. From pipe welding to certification prep, their videos are raw, educational, and motivating. Now, they prove that showing your process, not your perfection, is what connects with people. Now, if you're a trade school, training center, or a business trying to build brand awareness, which is how they use storytelling and authenticity to inspire the next generation. Guys, you can learn so much from Tyler and his team. They're doing great stuff. I do love when they do their welding world tour and come by and visit, but great people doing great things. And we get to see it all the time.
And guys, I mean, it's voted #1 welding school in the world by literally everyone. Look, it says it on their page. I mean, come on. Love that. They're great team of people. Like whenever he came by, he brought a team with him.
Man, he did.
And we've seen him at Vid Summit, things like that. Awesome. Love what they're doing. I'm a pipe fitter 20 years. So, enjoy my welders. Description. My favorite. Forget college debt. I love it. Join a trade. Apply to weld.com if that's what you want to do. They're up in Wyoming, man. It's a cool school. In this rundown, you're going to get to see some things. Hold on. Started the channel back in 2019, late October, so just over 6 years now. 559,000 subscribers, 5,500 videos with over 416 million views. Doing some cool stuff. A lot of it now promotes the school. Man, imagine that. Isn't that something I tell everybody? Promote what you do, promote your trade, promote the education people can gain. Some good stuff here, guys. Will It Weld, they are having some fun. Cars with Hot Wheels weld together. Like they're doing some cool stuff. We did some of those with Will It Dispose. That was some fun stuff. World's largest stinger. Having some fun. Getting to do some cool things, something different. Answer your Instagram welding questions. They do some rate your weldings, things like that. The truth. Economic pain's coming, guys. What they feel like is coming. We'll kick back here to oldest, how it all got started. How we cut pipe at Western Welding Academy 5 years ago. Look at him with that grinder. How to take off 90s on welded pipe. Basics. That's how most people get started on YouTube and things like that. How to read and understand flanges on welded pipe. That is big because the flanges matter. There's a major difference between them. Flat face, smooth, rings, 300-pound, 150-pound. They're all rated for different things, different pressures, different applications. You've got to know what you're dealing with because it really does matter for some spools. And you need to know how to pick up a flange and be able to read it and know what it's actually made of and what it's for. How to take off 45s, things like that. Normal stuff, guys. I'm going to kick over here to popular, though. Should you be a welder? Do not become a welder if, and I love that thumbnail. Guys, if you enjoy thinking puddle, 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 step, 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 I'm fighting gravity all day, be a welder. You can be in the heat. I love it. You get to put in artwork every freaking day. And if you're a welder out there, you know exactly what I'm talking about because we're going to get into shorts here in a minute where they're doing some rate your welds. And if you're a welder and you put a weld down anywhere in any public place that can be seen, every welder that walks by is going to take a look at it, guaranteed. And they're going to talk about it. Good, bad, or ugly. It does not matter. They love to talk about other people's welds. How are pipeline welds made? This is something great. Curiosity. How is it done? Out there in the middle of nowhere. All they got is their truck, their rig. Welding truck giveaway. Doing some cool things like that. How to fit for beginners. Some of the most popular things that they've done, guys. Like I said, on the latest, they're having some fun here lately. Let's kick over here to shorts. Happy Veterans Day. Came out today. Haven't even seen that yet. We run this machine shop constantly. And I'm sure that they are doing coupons non-stop because they have so many welders cranking out so many welds. If welding had a slogan, non-welders, what's welding like? And that's a question that a lot of people do ask is like, well, what's it like to be under that hood with all this fire and things going on, all this distraction? It's going through, it's talking to some of the schools, some of the kids at the school. What do you think? How are you learning? What are some tips you've got for others? Get in there and pass on the trade, guys. Promote it. They do a welding school, and I love that. They're on here promoting their trade. And then they still get to have some fun with that big old rod, stick rod. Why not? Do some different things. And it was really cool because I've seen a few of the shorts and stuff where they have some fun with that thing, and they actually do some welding and stuff with it. It's really cool. But guys, anybody can start on socials. and promote your trade and what you do. Yeah, then remove it.
Which is what it's all about.
That's it.
And we love what we get to do. And look, it was neat because, like I said, Tyler came down here. We got to see him, got to visit with him, got to talk to him, got to interview him. So we've got him on the channel. If y'all ever want to learn, go search welding on the Trade Talks and look at the interview we've done with Tyler. He's a great guy. All right, we're going to roll into best practices, but let's wrap up with something that ties all of today's topics together: systems, leadership, and growth. Residential Service Professionals is a community built by tradespeople for tradespeople. It's not just consultants in suits. It's not people that have never been in a real company or know anything about a real company. It's not people that have never been in a truck. It's owners, which most of us have been, service managers, which we've been, and technicians, which we've been, who've actually done the work. Now you'll get access to templates, pricing calculators, hiring frameworks, and weekly group coaching sessions. And to me, I think the group coaching sessions are probably where I get the most value, because you get to learn from other people that are in the trades. You get to learn from other people that are actually doing the things that you're wanting to learn to do. It's people that have done it. But you get access to all of this, all designed to help you scale smarter, not harder. Now, this is about eliminating guesswork and learning from people that have already solved the problems you're facing. And again, I go back to Michael Gerber, because I tell you what, I learned a lot from him. But when Michael Gerber starts talking about, look, we're never taught how to run businesses. And he takes what he's learned from every entrepreneur he's ever worked with. He's like, hey, why don't you try this? You know, this may not be your niche, your industry, but that's where paradigm shifts come in. That's where you completely change the way you're doing things. Now, most people started their own business because they knew what they were wanting to build. They knew how they were wanting to do it. And the good thing about that is that you understand the skill, you understand the trade, you understand the craft, you understand the industry, but not knowing how to run the business. That's where, if you team up with people that have already built the things you're trying to build, it makes it easier. They're like, look, here's my formula. Here's what I use. Here's my spreadsheet. Here's the app that I use for this. If you're ready to stop building alone and start growing with a crew that gets it, go to residentialserviceprofessionals.com and join the community. Become part of it. Talk to Julie. Julie jumps in here a lot. Talk to Julie. Ask her questions. Say, hey, how do I get started? What do I do here? How do I get better at this? If you will learn to look at it like that and do things like that, it makes all the difference in the world. But having a business operating system and then having a team behind you that can actually help you learn, help you grow, help you do the things that you want to do, that's what Residential Service Professionals is all about. Like I said, go check it out at residentialserviceprofessionals.com. Now, Residential Service Professionals is a sponsor of this show, and so am I. And I get to sponsor it because of something that I started doing 7.5 years ago. I still remember, I'll tell you what, Randy, I was so broke when I went to this first social media marketing conference that I did Uber Share.
Yep.
And I mean, it's like my price was like $5 cheaper. So I got in the car and I didn't even realize that there was somebody already in there. It's like, oh, how you doing? I said, guess we're going the same place. He said, well, I'm headed to traffic and conversion. I'm like, no, I'm headed to social media marketing. Well, they're right next door to each other. So it was pretty cool. I'd never heard of traffic and conversion. And then the next day, one of my speakers comes running in. I'll swear to God, it may have been later that day. It was, because it was a workshop. Guy come running in. He's all sweaty. And he's like, I'm sorry, I just spoke at traffic and conversion next door. Pete Vargas.
Yeah.
So I got to learn about speaking. But guys, I learned about YouTube this particular time. And what I learned about YouTube was, number one, it's the second largest search engine in the world. Number two, it's owned by Google, the largest search engine in the world. So if you're putting great, valuable content on YouTube, people can find it through Google. And I really think that us doing what we've done has helped us grow the way we've grown. So we love what we get to do. We have fun doing what we get to do, but it's all because we started doing YouTube 7.5 years ago. And I know it started with YouTube, but now we do TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, X,
TikTok. Yeah,
everywhere.
all of them.
Now,
over.
Instagram may not look right today, but
I'm
guys,
gonna try to fix that for y'all.
we'll see what we can fix. We tried doing something cool that they allowed us to do, and it's not always working.
They forced me to do it.
Oh,
today.
forced him to do it. He doesn't like being forced either. I'll tell you that right now. But anyway, guys, we love what we get to do. And if you want to learn how to do YouTube, you can become the voice of your profession, your industry, your niche, your trade. Think about that. You can become the voice of your profession. It's a pretty cool deal. If you want to learn more about it, go to justmattroger.com. I made a free webinar. The free webinar is literally just to teach you that there's some things about YouTube that if you knew, you might think, hey, we could probably do that. So go check out justmattroger.com.
That's it. And everybody, we'd also like to thank LeakPro for sponsoring today's episode of the Trade Talks, where we get to build the most precise leak detection system for professional plumbers. And when I say the system, guys, I'm talking about the complete kit. It comes with, it's what we call the business in a box. Covers you for outdoor leak detection, yard service, things like that, irrigation lines. And it's got the sidekick to cover you for slab, anything under a slab, driveway, asphalt, anything like that. Check out the complete kit at our website, leak.pro. But if you're not familiar with how to do leak detection, give me a call because I offer a 2-day in-person training where I'll teach you how to locate lines, pinpoint locate leaks under a slab, outside of a slab, even how to go to a home to the clean out outside and determine where a sewer system's leaking. If you're ready to bring leak detection in-house and learn how to take 130,000 square inches and go, the leak's right here, and you're in the hole every time within 12 inches, give me a call at 8888 LeakPro or visit the website leak.pro. Book me for a Zoom call there. I'd be happy to talk about the equipment with you and to train you to add this skill into your craft, because I want you to stand out from every other plumber in town in your area. So give me a call once again, 8888 LeakPro, and let's talk about it.
And y'all guys, look, I love what we get to do. You realize Friday I'm headed to Orlando. Had to think about where I was going. Friday I'm headed to Orlando. So I will go into Orlando early. I leave here at 6, which is 7 there. I think I get there at 8:30 their time. So I'm going to try to be in here Friday. That's the plan. Should make it. I think
He'll make it.
I think I'll land there at 8:30, something like that. It's not too bad.
No, that's
yeah,
2.5 hours.
Yeah, it is, and that's why I booked it the way I did.
That's right. You're important.
I know you are. And then Monday I land here at 8:30.
Yep.
To get me back into here by 10, which is a little bit tighter.
Yep.
And I got to check it off. I don't know if I land there at 8:30 or 9:30. Yeah, but hey,
yeah,
I want to be here for y'all.
That's it.
Because I love what we get to do. Now, those of y'all that have been here before, man, we're glad that y'all come. Those of y'all that are new, we love hearing from you. Chris Riv says, much love. Plumbing out of Houston, Texas. And I used to love going to Houston. I really did. Helping Handyman says, good morning, fellas. It's Veterans Day. Taking the day off in honor of our veterans.
Love that.
Yeah. Congratulations to all vets out there. And thank you for all you do. Fruits 7 says, how can we ask a skilled tradesman to teach and shadow their work without them viewing you as competition? Let them know that you want to learn. We're all going to compete, and they understand that. We're all competing for the same positions.
Let them know you want to learn their craft.
Mm-hmm. Their skill,
specific
their
words. That's it.
You want to learn the way they do it.
Yeah.
All right. Dear one, favored by God. What state are you guys in? We are in just outside of Dallas, Texas, the state. California is not the type of environment to learn the trades. No one wants to teach. And I'm going to disagree with you there, not completely, but I've met a lot of instructors in the unions out there, and I think that there are some good people to teach. I think it's just like anywhere else. You've worked with some people that don't want to teach.
I've worked with some guys that would teach, and I worked with some guys that did not want to give me any information because they thought I was stealing their job. So I've seen that side too.
And I like this. I noticed that just came up on TikTok. So when we click on the comments, they're now coming up.
On Insta over here.
On Insta. I'm sorry, on Insta,
they
not
are
TikTok.
showing now.
So that's pretty cool. There are ones in Florida. The keyword is unions. Yeah, but you know what? Only in unions can unlearn. You know, and look, I've been non-union, I've been union, I've done both. And guys, there's great opportunities in either side. Make the best opportunity at what you have. So thank y'all for being here. We appreciate it. We're running over a little bit. Whatever you do out there today, do it safe and hit it effing hard.
Yeah, guys. Happy freaking Tuesday. Happy Veterans Day to you veterans out there. Hope to see y'all back in here tomorrow for a fun Whiskey Wednesday. We'll see y'all tomorrow. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.